Hi, I'm Alexa. Welcome to my sweet digs. All right, come on in. I live in a one-bedroom, one-bath apartment in Long Beach, California, more specifically the Retro Row area. I live here with my 4 cats and I pay $16.95 in rent. I live about a 15-minute walk from my favorite coffee shop, Portfolio, about a mile away from my favorite restaurant called Seabirds, and I also live about a mile from the beach, which is really nice. This is my living space. I currently work full-time as a speech-language pathologist, and on the side, I work as a designer for a home staging company. I actually just graduated with my master's in speech-language pathology, and I've found a job in Houston, Texas, so unfortunately, I will be leaving this space in a month. I honestly wouldn't change much in my apartment. I absolutely love it the way it is. I would take this entire apartment with me if I could, everywhere I go. To the left of my door is this pink bookshelf. This is where I have all my collectible knickknacks, my crystals, my elephants. I have a huge elephant collection. I would describe my home style as a vintage, grandma, quirky chic. I like to collect things and put them everywhere. I don't think I have one solid style. I just like things from antique stores and thrift stores. Pretty much anything pink. My biggest home pet peeve is wearing shoes in the house. It actually makes me feel physically ill. I wanted to make the fireplace specifically in my living room the star of the show, so I laid out all of my sitting furniture around it, so that was the main focal point. When I came in, it's just all white, so I decided to add some peel and stick tile to it that I got from Etsy. They absolutely love candlesticks, and so I like to have this here. I don't usually put them all on, rarely do I, but I'll light them every so often so it gives it the melted look. And I also have this really cute embroidered picture of my cats that my sister made. She actually has a business called Posh Threads. I do the drawings for her and she embroiders them. So the worst part of my home is the outlet situation. There's only 2 in my living room, so I've had to run extension cords all the way around and get pretty creative. So I got this little cover, this satin cover on Etsy to cover it up, and I think it does it justice. I'd have to say my best home find for this apartment is my pink fainting couch or chase lounge. I found it on OfferUp. I love laying here and reading a book or just sitting with my cats and petting them, maybe watching some TV. I actually dreamt of it one time. I thought of this velvet pink lounge with gold detail, and the next day I went on OfferUp and there it was. So my biggest splurge in this apartment would have to be this couch. I bought it full price. I actually hate it. My cats have ripped it to shreds, and unfortunately, it's the thing I spent the most money on. What sold me on the place actually is I saw my little castle stained glass window, and I was like, yep, this is it. Done, sold. Over here in this nook is my office area where I have all of my books and kind of a makeshift workstation. I sit here sometimes, but I'm usually on the couch. And outside of that, I have a cute little balcony where I keep all my plants. Some are dying though, so don't tell anybody. And this is my dining space. It's quite small, but I've made it work for me. In it, I've put my little table and this great little couch that I found also at a thrift store that's embroidered. I also have this little cat climber that they love to climb up on and watch the birds outside, especially in the morning. We have a resident bird that likes to go and flirt with them, so they like to sit there and do the little meows at him. My litter box is in here, and they enter from the side here into the box, and it kind of keeps all the smell and the sand away, which is nice. And then off of that is the tiny little quaint kitchen, which I absolutely adore. The kitchen is kind of small, so it's kind of hard to cook in, and I haven't been baking for a while because I have no space to do it. I love 1930s homes because of all the built-ins. These are the old 1930s cabinets, and the cats just go in here and eat. What's also kind of cute about this hallway is the floorboards really creak when you walk through it, so you kind of get that old feel that this house is literally almost 100 years old. And down the hallway is a cute little telephone nook, which I've used to kind of store some of my little prized possessions. And also a built-in dresser. Here on my dresser, I keep my incense and a few other things I've collected. This is the embroidered piece that my grandmother gave to me. This piece is super sentimental to me because I always saw it in my grandmother's home growing up, and it's kind of just been the inspiration for my entire home in terms of decorating. This is my bedroom, my little sacred space. My love for vintage and antique items is what's really been influential in my style, and also I just love to be surrounded by color every single day. It makes me super happy. My bedroom is very pink, as you can see. I wanted it to be a bit of a serene space, although I am quite a maximalist. I had to put a lot of things in it. I love this great gold mirror that I have that I inherited also from my grandmother. I've also used mirrors all over, and it kind of brightens up the space and reflects the windows. Over here is my little mannequin. Funny story about this. Retail store was closing, and I went there with my sister, and we both decided to get a mannequin, and I use it to display my beautiful coat quilt that I got from Psychic Outlaw. I found this quilt and had them design a coat for me, and I love it so much that I love to have it displayed. Over here is my great little peacock mirror that I got from a resale shop called Resident Objects. It's on Instagram. What's really cool about it is at nighttime, it reflects a little castle window that's in my living room, so you can see that through this mirror, and I think that's just so special. For some reason, I've been really into antiques that are golf or tennis related, although I don't play either of those sports. My bed, which I keep a pink and gold theme with this vintage rattan headboard that I also found an OfferUp. I got really lucky when I found this. I was looking for this almost exact piece for months, I'd say 6 months, and finally one day it showed up. This piece is a beautiful golden mirror shelf. I had been eyeing one of these, and then for my birthday this year, my friend found one at a thrift store and gifted it to me with my cute little wind-up music box that I got in Paris. This is my closet. It's very small for the amount of clothes I have, but I try to keep it as organized as possible. I keep my shoes on this side, and then I have all my sweaters and blazers on this side. I have some mementos from my friends, some pictures with my friends over the years. And then on this side is where I keep all my jackets and the cat carriers and all those things that I need to hide. This is my bathroom. It's pretty small, but it works for me. What I love about it is the black and white tile on the floor, and also on the mirror, I added a decal that says, "You're doing amazing, sweetie." The one thing I'm looking for in my next dream apartment would be a vintage tiled bathroom, specifically in a pastel pink or purple. I just love the old styles of the bathrooms, and I hope I do find one. This apartment has brought me so many things, especially finding out my aesthetic. I've lived in many other apartments before this and always kind of knew how to decorate them, but here just really inspired me with all the vintage details, and working from that I've found my niche. I'm super sad to be leaving this space because it's become such like a treasure to me and something that I've worked really hard on, but I am excited to move on to bigger and better things and decorate my new space just like this. Thanks so much for stopping by and checking out my sweet digs. For more videos, click here, and to subscribe, click here.